Okay, so here I'm going to show you how to get your editor changed so you can see the text inputs that work with short answer questions. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into your browser or your profile and go to Preferences and select User. Now you're going to change your editor preferences. Instead of being on default editor, go to Auto. And then once you're done with that, go ahead and click Save. What this is going to do is when you go back to edit anything really, whether it's a question or whether it's an activity, when you go into your edit settings, what you did is you just changed the look of this right here. Now, if you click the same button as before, now you have access to something that you didn't have before. So if you go here, you're going to have an equation editor, and you can click on this. Down here at the bottom will tell you what the text is depending on what you need the output to be. So here's an example. If you want the answer to be 4 pi over 3, here is your answer, 4 pi over 3. Click that. So, like I said, if you're at 4 pi over 3, so you're going to be at 4, go to Greek symbol pi over 3. If I don't need that to be a capital pi. So now, if I want to write a question, the question is going to say something like, what is the answer of this? They're going to have to insert / pi for pi. So this is what they would input as their answer. Once they input that, that will determine you'll be able to check that, and it'll look like this. If you want other things, so arrows probably aren't as specific. That's maybe more chemistry related. So if we ditch those, but things like all you gotta do is square root. Okay, so you can do a square root here. We got too many things, so if we get rid of that. So here, square root. This is going to be the notation you would use if you need to use something other than square root, and then whatever you're going to put inside of the square root itself. You could also just do a square root. This is telling you the square root of b plus c. So if the answer is square root of let's say 2 pi, that's your answer. This would be how they would write that in a short answer. We're going to want to do this. Square root of 2 pi. So this is a way that you can use, I know it's not 100% user friendly here, but this is a way you can use notation and you can use symbols to get answers that would be answers in terms of pi or answers using symbols. Hopefully this helps kind of what you've been thinking about. I would also encourage you, if you're going to do this, maybe have like a standard thing at the bottom of a question. So you could maybe do something like this. For square root. And you might also do something like that. So what they're seeing is they're seeing kind of a catalog of, if I want to use pi, this is what I have to put into the short answer. If I want to use square root, this is what I have to put into the short answer.